Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali, and in the previous tutorial we have added a bottom navigation view to our Instagram clone app main activity. Now in this video we are going to create the home page, search page, notification page and the profile page. So yeah, go to the Android Studio, and here what we are going to do is we will use fragments for that. Okay, so here you can see we have over this app package. Just click on it, new, and first of all what we're gonna do is to create a package. Okay, or you can say a folder basically, or you can say a directory. So let's give it a name as fragments, and then click OK. So these are our fragments. Now click on this fragment, right click on it, new, fragment and fragment blank. First of all, make sure to uncheck these two, and the name of our this fragment will be home fragment, and then click finish. So our home fragment is created successfully. Just wait for this build Gradle. It's still running. So yeah, now the next thing is to close this home fragment.kt. Okay, close your Kotlin file for now, and then also let's create the other ones, which is fragment blank, and the name of our this fragment will be search fragment. Make sure to uncheck these two and click finish, and our search fragment is also created successfully. So close the Kotlin file.kt, okay, and leave the original file. And now let's create another fragment blank, and this one will be our notifications fragment. Make sure to uncheck these, okay, then click finish. So yeah, and now the last one, which is our profile. Profile fragment, uncheck these two, click finish, and yeah, now come back to the home fragment home, and now let's design quickly our this fragment. So first of all, make sure to change this frame layout to the relative layout. And now what we're going to do is, first of all, let's add app bar layout widget. Okay, Android app widget, app bar, this first one. Okay, com google.handle.material app bar layout. Okay, just click on it, press enter, and the width will be match parent, the height will be wrap content, and then in here what we're gonna do is we need to give ID to our this app bar layout, and let's say app bar layout. Now inside this app bar layout we are going to add our toolbar. So you can say Android app component widget toolbar, match parent, wrap content. Let's give it, sorry, let's move this and give it some proper shape so that you can see the code easily. Okay, first of all what we're gonna do is, let's give background to this, and background will be Android color white, and the ID for this toolbar will be home underscore toolbar. Now instead of this height, instead of wrap content, let's give it 50 dp. Okay, and the next thing is to add the things inside this app bar layout, that is the Instagram icon, and then the messages icon. But before that, what I am going to do is copy this app bar layout, this whole app bar layout, copy this, Control C, come back to our main layout XML file. First let me check one thing here. Now here what we are going to do is below this bottom navigation bar paste your that whole code which is for the app bar. Okay, inside here we have toolbar, and then cut this bottom navigation code, Control X XML code I mean, and then inside this toolbar, okay, inside this toolbar just paste that whole bottom navigation code here. Okay, here you can see it, it is at the top. Now let's move it to the bottom. So align parent bottom, just cut this line of code from here, and instead of this what we're gonna do is inside our this app bar layout just paste that. Okay, now it will look more cool. Now you can't see the difference, but when we run the app you will see the difference. I mean the design will be more cool and more good as it was before. Okay, that's why we use the I mean this app bar layout. Okay, so yeah, everything is okay now, but one thing is to give some. Now come down to this bottom navigation, and here let's add some margin from the right side, and it will be 15 dp. Yeah, it looks okay now. Now next thing what we need to do is let's come back to our fragment home, and now let's add the things inside our this toolbar. So the first thing which we need to add is an image view, match parent, rep content, and then we need to add a source for our this one, and it is inside the drawable folder. We have a picture by name Instagram. Here you can see it. Okay, now the next thing what we need to do is let's change the width to 100 dp, and the height will be 50 dp. Okay, and now the next thing is let's assign, I mean it is good that you write align. Okay, first of all let's remove this, and what I'm going to do is inside this toolbar let's add a relative layout first. Relative layout, match parent, content, and then inside this relative layout we are going to add our image view. Okay, and then it is good, I mean that we specify that is align parent left, so this icon must be at the left side, that is here. Okay, and the next thing which we need to add is the messages icon, so we will use this, copy paste this image view down below here, and then we can say source, which is our send icon. Okay, and align parent left, and this one will be align parent right. Here you can see it. Now this will be web content, and change this to 28 dp. Okay, and we can say center in parent to true, so that it must be aligned. Here you can see it. Okay, here you can see it. So yeah, I mean now after this, I mean on our home fragment, or you can say on our home page, which is basically a fragment, here we want a recycler view, and on that recycler view we will display all the posts from the Firebase, I mean in the upcoming tutorials. So we need to add a recycler view below this app bar layout. So yeah, here you can just say recycler, and here you can see Androidx recycler view widget, enter match parent wrap content, sorry, let's just move it, I mean just give it some proper shape so that we can see the code easily. Now make sure to change this height to match parent, and we need to move this recycler view below our app bar layout. So how we can do it? Well, it is so simple and so easy. You can just type below and right layout below ID and pass this ID of our app bar layout. So it will move below that, just like that. Here you can see it. And let's give ID to this. So we can say ID recycler underscore view underscore home recycler view. Yeah, I mean that's it. Now let's quickly design our search fragment also, and then we can connect this to our main activity nav options. So for that, what I'm going to do is just go to the search and close this home because we have designed it already. Then come back to the search, and here what we gonna do, make sure to change this to relative layout, and then we will basically connect all over these fragments, which is search, profile, nav and home, to our main activity nav options, okay, using a frame layout which we use basically for the fragments. Okay, so anyways, now for the time saving, I'm go back to the fragment home.xml, and from here we need this whole app bar layout code. Okay, so just copy it, and anyways we will also need the recycler view. So cut also copy, not cut, sorry, cut copy this recycler view code, then this app bar layout code, and we will modify it for our fragment search.xml file, I mean for our search fragment. Just copy it, control C, and then close our this fragment home, and here we need to paste it. But when we do changes, make sure that you also change the IDs, I mean the ID which we will use in our code for retrieving data and searching for different user or posts. So first of all, we have app bar layout which was on our home, so we have to give it different ID. So we can say app bar layout search, which means on our, which is different ID basically. So anyways, now we have home tool, this is, make sure to change this to search toolbar. Okay, and then copy this app bar layout search and make sure to paste it below so that it moves down below recycler view home, and then we can say recycler view search. And by the way, we will also need another recycler view for, I mean one recycler view for searching for different posts, and one is for the searching for different user. But we will do it when we need it, I mean when we do the Kotlin code, I mean as a backend with the Firebase real-time database. For now, this one recycler view is enough, since we are designing the user interface in this tutorial and also in the next tutorial, and then we will move to the backend using Kotlin, and then we will create only when we need it, okay, at that time. So anyways, so search toolbar, then we have our, this is just, I mean here we need to add an icon, I mean to change this, which is our search icon, and we need an edit text here, and make sure to change this to 50/50. And let's quickly change this image view to edit text, and also we do not need to remove this source from here. And then, but one thing which we need to do is we do not need this image view here, so remove this, I mean we will add a icon to our this edit text. So first of all, what we're gonna do is width and height, I mean width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, and then we can say, I mean let's give some margin from the right side, so we can say margin right 15 dp. Let's check how it looks. 15. So 15, 19 will be okay, I guess. Yes, 19 is good. Okay, now let's add icon here. So we can say drive at the left side, and it is search icon. Now it looks more cool. But let me add a hint here, and we can see if it looks okay. Yeah, it is good. I mean, this user will type from here. Okay, so this, yeah. Anyways, now the next thing, to add some background to our toolbar so that it can look good. So in our drawable, we have a background for our button black background. Okay, and by the way, I already provide all these stuffs, I mean all these things, in the previous video tutorial. I mean the link which I provided is already there. Okay, so if you have pasted inside your drawable folder, then it will be there. Okay, here you can see it, all the things which we will need. And one thing is background Android white. Okay, it looks cool. So let's quickly add some margin from the top, 4 dp, and then some margin from the left, 10 dp. I think 6 dp will be good. Okay, and then some margin from the right side, 6 dp. So this is the whole design. But you know what, I mean, this icon do not look okay here. I mean, let's change this. I mean, let's remove this icon only from here, and we can use a separate image view for that, so that the design must look okay. But if you are okay with it, then don't add an image view. Yeah, this is enough for us. Okay, so where it is, here it is, rival left. Okay, just remove it. Let's quickly add a image view. Sorry, match parent, wrap content for now, and then we can say 50 dp, because we will need this image view. I mean, we will set a listener on this when a user type search for post or for different user. Okay, so we will use this as a listener, I mean as a button when a user click on it. Okay, this image view. So anyways, let's add a source for it, and it is inside our, I mean the name of this icon is search, which is inside the drawable folder. And now make sure to remove this center parent, align parent, remove this. So margin from the start, 15 dp, and margin from the end will be 15 dp. Now the text color will be color primary, and let's just quickly change the icon size to 40 and 40. Let's see, and let's give id to this. So we can say search underscore search fragment underscore icon. And what we're gonna do is we can copy it, and here we can say to end of id and paste it, and here you can see it moves a little here, and the design is now looks okay. And if you want, you can decrease this margin from start a little to 6 will be good. Okay, here you can see it. So yeah, I mean, this is all about our design. for the search fragment. Now we have to connect these two, and then in the next tutorial we will design our profile and our notification fragment, and then we will connect that fragment also on our main activity. So now the important thing is how we can connect it on our main activity, so that when a user click on these icons which are home and search, then we should send the user to that fragment. So for that, all we're going to need is just to connect different fragments to one activity. How we can do it? So for that, first of all, here on our main activity, we need to add a frame layout, okay, because we have to use that. First of all, remove this text view, and also remove this text message, which is basically a text view. We do not need it anymore, and we have removed it, so that's why. Let's remove this quickly, and also remove this. So yeah, we are ready. Now come back to the activity main, and here we can add a frame layout, and it will be match parent, because we want that it cover the whole area above this navigation. So anyways, let's quickly add this, and we have to give ID to this, and we can say fragment container match parent, and it must be above layout above ID, and pass this app bar layout ID here. Okay, here you can see it. Now this is above this one. Now we have to access it on our main activity .kotlin file, .kt file. So come back here, let's access it. So here we can just say internal var, and let's give it a name as selected fragment colon fragment question mark equals to null. And yeah, and then here we can say if the user, if the ID is equals to the nav home, if a user click on the home nav options on the button from the bottom navigation view, then we can set the selected fragment equals to the home fragment. So remove this return, we do not need it anymore, and then here we can say selected fragment equals to home fragment. Now let's just copy paste this quickly for the time saving. Paste it here, sorry, paste it here, paste it here. And one thing, go back, okay, Control Z. This thing we have not still designed, so just leave this as it is, okay, and then change this one. Copy paste it here, okay. So here we can say profile fragment, and then we have our notifications fragment, and then we have our search fragment. So yeah, we are now ready. So let's run our app, but before that, whenever the app starts, as you know, main activity is our main file from where our app starts, okay. So we want that whenever our app starts from the initial page, from here, let's say the app is started, okay. So the home page, or you can say the home fragment, must be set here as a default. So how we can do it? This is so simple and so easy. So all we gonna need is inside our own create, we can say support fragment manager dot begin transaction dot replace, and here make sure to write dot commit, 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 and then in here we can pass our fragment layout. The ID of that is r.id.fragment container, this one, okay. And then the second parameter, first of all, make sure to put a comma here, and then we can pass our default fragment, which is the home fragment in our application. Okay, and this fragment container is our frame layout. So yeah, we are now ready to test the application. So let's just run it. Proceed without instant run. Click OK and Gradle will be running now. Wait for it. It will take 2 seconds. So installing app, launching the activity, and our app is running now successfully. Wow, this is so cool. Here you can see it. I mean, this is really nice. We are on the home. Okay, it launched the home fragment, or you can say the default activity, which is home fragment. Okay, and if we click on search, and it is not working. I mean, it is not going to the search fragment or search page. And the reason for this is, I mean, come back here on our own navigation item, select listener. We have to say that is if the selected fragment is not equals to null. I mean, we have to replace the fragment according to our search fragment, notification fragment, and profile or home fragment. Okay, so how we can do this? So we forgot to add that code, I mean to replace our fragment on our fragment container, or you can say on our frame layout, whenever the user click on all these nav options. So yeah, so here it ends. Okay, above this false, we can just say if selected fragment not equals to null, then in here let's just copy paste this thing and then paste that here, and make sure to remove this home fragment, and we can say selected fragment, this exclamation marks. So it basically means it will select any fragment on which the I mean it will select or pick only that fragment on which the user will click. Let's say the user click on search, so it will select, I mean go to the search page or search fragment. If the user click on profile fragment, then it will go to the profile page or profile fragment. Let's just test it. Now you will understand it. Proceed without instant run, and it is running. So the app is running now successfully. We are on the home page. Let's click on search. Here you can see it. We are now on the search page. If we click on this home, we are again on the home page. Then again on the search page. If we go to the profile, since this fragment is still empty, we have not designed the user interface, and the same for the this one. But one thing which we will do is that is whenever the user click on this search icon, then it must mark this, just like you can see it is labeled, I mean the active status for that icon. So we will do this in the next video tutorial when we will be working on the profile page and search notifications. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video, and if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram account by username ALIZEV438. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.